France is a wonderful country. It's a country which is very diverse. It's very central in Europe. It's one of the main European economies. And this is also the home of gastronomy.
You can find big groups, you can find startups, young startups, you can find international organizations, multicultural groups and communities, so you can share your own culture, your own skills, and I'm sure it will be a great journey. Teaching in business schools is extremely interesting because we get to look at real-life examples of companies for management and marketing, and I prioritize student involvement, both in the participation in class and also in bringing topics that they're curious about. So I try to create a really interactive environment where everybody learns from each other. I learn from my students, and I hope that they learn from me too.
Hi, good afternoon and welcome. My name is Darren HUNT. I'm the president of our International School of Management. I'm not on my own here today. I'm going to introduce you hopefully to two people that are with me. I say hopefully because one of them's had a couple of problems with the internet connection, but hopefully we'll get there. We're here today to talk to you about why you should consider studying in France and why you should consider coming to our International School of Management. So without further ado, first of all, I'm going to introduce a member of my team. Palab, are you there? Yes, you are. Hi, how are you?
Hi, sir. I'm doing great today. How are you, sir?
I'm very good, thank you. Palabi, can you just tell us who you are? It's got your title on the screen, but if you can just briefly
Right.
tell us who you are.
Yes. So I'm the admissions manager East India for Aura International School of Management, France. And it has been great guiding students, why students should come to France to study. We are a B school. We provide all management courses as well as technology-based courses. And I'm here today to guide the students, what best they can get here with us in Aura.
Okay, fantastic. Now I'm going to try and bring our trusted partner on screen from Blue Sky. Arundhati, let's have a look. Are you still able to get in touch with us? Can we hear you? Can we see you? Unfortunately not. Okay, not to worry. Maybe later we would have got through, or she would have managed to find a solution for this, and we can have her back with us to talk about obviously who Blue Sky are and what they do. I can tell you a little bit, and obviously Palobi can too. They're our trusted partner, basically in the east of India, and they're there to help you choose where you should go for your studies, whether it's France or anywhere else. But obviously I'm going to be promoting France today. But yeah, they're there to help you, take you through the process, and really look out for you for your best interests. So obviously our partner Blue Sky is with us today. Unfortunately, we'll have the details on the screen later so that you can get in touch with them. Unfortunately, they're having some technical issues, but hopefully those will be looked after very soon. And she'll be able to join us. So what I'm going to do now, I'll bring Palobi back in with us later. I'm going to talk to you about the presentation. So we're going to explain to you why you should consider France and why you should consider our International School of Management. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments box on the YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube, and we will be able to answer those questions during the webinar. This video will be available afterwards on YouTube, so you will see I'm going to go through this as quickly as possible. It's not going to be very long. It's a short presentation. However, because it's a video, you can go back and look at the parts that interested you most to look at them more in detail. So, our International School of Management, based in France, of course, in two different cities, which I'll explain in a moment. We offer bachelor courses, BBA master's degree, an MBA, and an executive master's degree. Those I will explain to you, and we offer those in the two different subjects you can see on the screen: international business management and international hospitality management. Very important titles. We are training and we are creating managers of tomorrow. When you leave our International School of Management with your international diploma, recognized by our government, but also your government, it's important to know that you will be a manager. You will be managing a team. So, yes, there are specializations. However, you don't need to be too specialized in one particular subject, because as a manager, you will need to know about HR, the hiring and firing. You'll need to know about marketing, digital marketing. You'll need to know, obviously, about business in general or hospitality in general. So we are creating managers of tomorrow and giving you an international diploma. So our International School of Management was created in 2021. I must change this on the slide. It says that it was created by me. It wasn't me. There were 4 of us to start with, and today we're at least 10 times that, if not much more. So, of course, it took a while for us to create the school, because we are an official school and linked to the government through a local government, which is called Rectorat, which looks after the education. We have 2 campuses, one in Paris, one in the city of Lyon. I'll go into those in detail right now. So in Paris, we have the first campus. It was actually the second. We created the first one in Lyon. But this campus is in the heart of Paris. It's in an area that's called La Défense, which is actually, La Défense is actually the biggest business hub in Europe. The biggest business hub in Europe. So it made sense for us to be in this part of Paris. You'll see some of the photographs there of the campus. So you have reading area, you have the cafeteria, you have one of the classrooms, and you have the reception area. There's also a games room, there's a computer room. We have computers available for those that don't have their own laptops, etc., etc. Then we have the city of Lyon. Now, Lyon is actually the second largest economic city in France. So equally, it made sense to be there. It's also known to be the capital of gastronomy. So for the hospitality side, it made perfect sense for us to be there too. You may have heard of something that's called Michelin stars in restaurants, very high-end restaurants. It's a bit of a star system like you have for hotels, 2, 3, 4, 5-star. And above 5-star, you have palaces. And for the restaurant business, we have Michelin stars. Now, not very many restaurants have the Michelin stars, because it has to be a very high-end restaurant. But in most of the capitals in the world, at least, you will find 1 or 2 restaurants that have managed to acclaim the Michelin stars. Again, just a couple of photos, some images of the campus itself, and some of the students that we have. Very international. We have students from many, many different countries. We do have a lot of Indian students, so that's good for you when you come over. But we have students from Egypt, Lebanon. We have some from the Philippines, from Vietnam, from all over the world, basically. Just moving on, one of the first things that you'll be thinking of when you go to study abroad in any country, and especially in France or Europe, is what's it going to cost me? So obviously you'll be looking at the cost of your studies, which we'll be talking about in a while, which you'll see a much more, I would say, they're cheaper, if you like, than if you go to some other countries, much more affordable. However, for the accommodation in Europe, you're looking at 400 to 800 euros per month. Now, that's quite a lot of money. Having said that, I have 2 bits of good news for you. The first one is that through OR International, we actually can provide accommodation in both cities, Lyon and Paris. The second bit of information I have for you, which is good news, is that the French government, when you come and study in France, will actually help you pay your rent by giving you a subsidy on your accommodation of 35 to 50%. That means if you spend, let's say, between 400 and 800, let's say 600 euros per month, you could have up to 50% of that reimbursed by the government, which means it's going to be half the cost for you yourself. So that's obviously very interesting in terms of what you need to be living here when you're studying. The second really important subject for us is internships, because you will see when we talk about our studies that you will have half of the year, 6 months, where you will be studying on campus. and half of the year where you would be going straight into an internship. Now, the internships are provided through our partners, whether it be in business or in hospitality. If it's in hospitality, we specifically work with five-star and palaces. Palaces are above 5-star hotels. We've had students that have recently come back from the winter internship, where they were actually doing their internship in very high-end palaces in the skiing areas of France. So some of them actually sent a couple of messages saying that we've seen snow for the first time, which was fantastic. And some of them actually tried to learn to ski. So there's so much you can do in France, it's unbelievable. The internship is paid, which means during your 6 months of internship, you will receive a minimum of 624 euros per month. It could be much more than that. It depends on the partner where you have your internship, but the minimum is 624 euros. So moving on to some of our partners. Some of our partner companies you have on the screen there. The screen isn't big enough for all of them, so basically we just have a few. You have some that are in finance, some that are in just general business or digital marketing, and then you have the Chambers of Commerce, which is very well known, of course, and then we have very high-end, again, hotels and spas. Benefits of coming to France. I would say there are probably more benefits for Indian students than any other students in the world. Now, why would I say that? Because our president was with the Prime Minister of India some time back. It was in end of 2024. Beginning of 2024, and actually said that he would like for 25,000 students to come from India to study in France itself. So obviously that's the first good point. When you come to France, you will have health and insurance coverage for all of our international students, including, of course, anybody coming from India itself. Internship assistance, I've mentioned, this is where we will help you to get your internship through our partner companies, and that is a paid internship. Generally, students are paid during their internship, of course, that's an obligation. And then the first 6 months when they're studying, they have a part-time job. 100% of the students today that wanted a part-time job have got one. It's very easy to find. You don't have to speak French, although we'll be teaching you French from when you arrive in France so that you can speak French also. Even if the courses are all 100% in English, it's important that you learn French so that when you're outside of school, you're able to make new friends. And who knows, even if you were looking for a job, obviously it's good if you could speak a bit of French too. So we'll give you French lessons all the time. That's the internship assistance that we talked about. The Schengen visa is the visa that you would need to be able to come and study in France. With the Schengen visa during the school holidays, you could actually go and visit other countries. We have students that would go away for the weekend or for the week during the summer holidays for a couple of weeks when the school is closed. The CAF I've mentioned, which is the subsidy on accommodation rental from the government, they will help you pay between 35 up to 50% of your rent each month. Student concessions is an official school card, student card that you will get that you can use so that you can get concessions almost everywhere. The transportation is cheaper for you, even food outlets, even McDonald's is cheaper for students. Okay, moving on. So if I talk about the actual programs themselves now, we have the BBA, the Bachelor in Business Administration. So again, this is the specializations are either international business management or international hospitality management. This course is over 3 years, and each year you will be doing 6 month studies, 6 months internship. The eligibility criteria is the European Baccalaureate or the high school diploma, 12th grade or higher secondary school certificate, or the equivalent in any stream. You have the course fees on the bottom of the screen. For Paris, 10,400 euros per annum with a 320 euro admin fee. You have Lyon, 8,500 euros per annum with a 320 admin fee again. The intake is September. It's actually the beginning. It's the 2nd of September, which means it's very important because we're going to be closing very soon the applications for the September intake. However, it's very important if you want to come for September that you apply as soon as possible. If you miss the September intake, we're immediately opening after that for the next intake, which will be in the month of November. So it's just 8 weeks more, and then you could be in France after the first intake. So either you get in now for the first intake that will be in September, otherwise it will be for November. Moving on to talk about the MBA, the Masters in Business Administration. So again, International Business Management or Hospitality Management. This time it's a 2-year course with 6 months studies, 6 months internship. That never changes. Eligibility criteria, basically you need your bachelor's degree in any stream or the equivalents in any stream. You have the costing on the bottom of the screen again. For the master's degree, 11,400 per annum in Paris and 9,500 per annum in Lyon. Now, I'll be talking in just a moment about the scholarships, and you'll see that it actually works out with the scholarships to pretty much the same price whether you want to go to Paris or Lyon. Very little difference. I'll talk to you about that in just a moment. But before that, I'm going to talk to you about an EMBA. Now, depending on your situation, your current circumstances, if you have a bachelor's degree and you went straight out to work and found a job, and you've been working for more than 3 years after you had your degree. So again, somebody that has a bachelor's degree and then they have been working for more than 3 years, then you can apply for an executive MBA. What is an executive MBA? It's exactly the same as an MBA, except you can actually do this course over just 12 months rather than 2 years. So again, it would be a 12-month course, 6 months studies, 6 months internship, and you would need to have your bachelor's degree plus a minimum of 3 years working experience. This is only available in the campus that's situated in Lyon. The course fee is €11,200 for the year, and there is a €320 admin fee. Now, the intake for the EMBA is the month of October. So, just moving on to the scholarships that I mentioned. The scholarships for Paris on the right-hand side of the screen. For the first year, you will have a €1,500 scholarship, which means that basically, again, we're trying to bring the price down so that it's pretty much the same price in Lyon and Paris. For the second year in Paris, a €3,000 scholarship, and for Lyon, €3,000 for the second year, not for the first year, and for the EMBA, €1,000. Okay, so to actually apply, well, generally what you would need to do is actually go through our partner that hopefully will be back with us before the end of this webinar. And we just need a few documents from you. And once we have those documents, you'll have an interview with a local member of staff, and then a second interview with somebody from the actual campus itself. The interviews are just basically a conversation in English where we're going to ask you about why you would like to study in France, why you would like to come to our particular school. So it's important that you go to the website and find out everything you can about our school and France itself to make sure it's the right choice for you. So the documents we need are very simple: your passport, an application form, an updated CV, a letter of motivation, this kind of very basic and simple things. From the day that you apply, and we have all of your documents, within literally a couple of days or so, you would have your answer. And if everything's good and you've been accepted, then we would help you go through the process right up to the visa. And then, of course, when you arrive in France, it's the French team that are here in France with me that will be taking care of you. So I'm going to talk to you now very briefly about accreditations. Now, this may not mean anything to you, but it's very important. It means that our school has been accredited and that we are giving you a very high level of education. You can see from right to left, we have AMBA, Business Graduates Association, that you may have heard of. Then we have ICRI, which is specifically for the hospitality industry. EFMD Global, which covers both business and hospitality. RNCP, most of you would not have heard of, but it's really important because it's the French government. And then we have CCI, which is the Chambers of Commerce and Industry, of which we're particularly proud because we're one of only 9 schools that are a partner with the Chambers of Commerce and Industry. So there you go. I've given you so much details in a very short amount of time, literally just under 20 minutes. What I'm going to do now is have a look if we have any questions, and I'm going to bring back on screen Palab. Thank you again, Palab, for being here with me. I think we're going to struggle. Let's have a look. Yep, okay, maybe I do have our partner with us. Just see the top of your head. Can you hear me?
Hello, hi, ma'am.
Hello? I don't think she's hearing us.
Ma'am, you're in mute. If you can hear us.
Yeah, you need to unmute your microphone. Can you unmute your microphone? Ah,
Yes.
that should have done it.
Yes.
Can you hear us now? No, she's just turned it off again. Okay, not to worry.
Good afternoon.
Oh, hi, we can hear you now. That's
Yes,
fine.
nice to
Thank you
meet
for
you.
being with us. Thank you for being
Okay.
here. We've just gone through the presentation. What I'd like
Can you
to...
hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I think I have unmuted. Just a second. Please.
No, we can hear you now.
We can hear you.
It's good. Can you unmute your microphone?
This is better. This is better.
We can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Not to worry.
Okay.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Hi, we can hear you now. That's fine. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for being here. I think there's a long delay. Could you please just explain to us who you are and what you do?
I think I have unmuted.
Ma'am, if you can introduce yourself, please.
We can hear you.
It's good. Okay, I think there's too much of a delay. What we'll do is we'll go on to the questions if we have any. Actually, we don't have any questions, so I think we've actually answered everything that we needed to. Let me just see if I have. Yeah, I have here the details. Unfortunately, they've had some technical issues. Not to worry, we've given you the information. You do have our trusted partners' details on the screen for Blue Sky Education. With equally, you have an email there, so please get in touch with them. What I'd like to do is also put on the screen here. You have the details of Palab, so you can get in touch with her. You have her email on screen. You'll be able to ask her any questions that you wish to. So it remains for me to thank you all for having been here today. I hope we've given you an insight. If you do have questions, just either get in touch with ourselves or get in touch with our partner once again at Blue Sky Education. So thank you all. Have a fantastic afternoon and a good weekend. And I hope to see some of you hopefully in France very soon. So thank you, Palab. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.